This is Kumar Velsigamani. This video is for Hlst 320, Assignment 3, Part B. We're going to be talking to John today, who is recently diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Hi John, how are you? Good. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Can you tell me what is diabetes, John? That's correct. It's inability of the body to produce and utilize insulin. So we end up having higher blood sugar in our blood. And we're going to be talking about healthy food recommendations, and we'll be discussing about meal portions, and we'll also be discussing about dietary recommendations for people with diabetes. Let's start with Canada Food Guide recommendations for healthy eating. So when it comes to a meal portion, the half of the meal we are eating should be coming from vegetable and fruits, and when it comes to protein, it should represent 25% of the total meal, which include animal and plant-based, but it recommends most of the protein we choose is plant-based protein. And another 20% should be coming from whole grain, and make sure you use water as a choice of your drink. All right, let's go back to dietary recommendations for people with diabetes. So you should be eating 3 meals per day at the regular intervals, and preferably no more than 6 hours from each other. And the foods that you should be avoid eating are sugar and sweet, lesser alcohol consumption, and you should also be eating less amount of fatty foods such as fries, chips, and pastries. And when it comes to more frequent intake food groups, it's high fiber diet. You should be eating most often of those food group, which includes breads, whole grain, and lentils. And I have a meal portion guidelines here. When you're choosing grains and starches, you should be using fist of your hand as a size for eating the meal portion. And when it comes to vegetables, they recommend that you use as much as possible. So you use both of your hand as a guidelines. And the meat and alternative food groups should represent only the size of your palm. And the fat should be limited in intake, and it's only the size of your top of your thumb. I would like you to summarize what we discussed today. Okay, when it comes to healthy eating habits, how much percentage should vegetable and fruit represent? That's correct. And when it comes to protein, it's 25%. Another 25% represent, that's correct, whole wheat foods. And what food you should be avoid eating? That's correct. And the food that you should be eating more often are high fiber food. That's correct. That's all I have here for today. And I have a copy of the pictures and the discussion we had today, so you can go home and later on research on what we discussed today if you need more information. Thanks, John. Have a good day.